No. All right. Hey, everybody. I am Jamilah, your realtor.
And I'm Jazmyn, your interior designer.
And welcome to our very first podcast episode where we focus on bringing you the real in real estate.
That's right.
That felt so good. That was harmonies. Now, all right. So this is new for us, right?
It is. It's very new.
And I just want to address first and foremost, we have been attempting to do this for
Forever.
months now.
Mm-hmm. Forever. Very long time.
Is that like in light years? I'm like
I don't think
months
light
and you're
years
like
measures
forever.
time. I think light years measures distance.
And now officially I'm being called out.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
My husband would not let that stand. I have to say something.
Fair. All right. So,
But watch me be wrong too. Said it
we
wrong.
have literally been trying to do this for months now.
Right.
So now we're just at that point, like we've got
We're just
to
gonna
rip the
do it.
Band-Aid off
Just
on
gonna
this
do it.
and go for
Exactly.
it. So I want to start, right?
Mhm.
And it's not I got to stop doing that.
We are going to start. Absolutely.
We're going to start by
Side by side.
Right?
Standing strong.
Hey.
Mhm. Let's do it.
Let's talk about who you are, Jazmyn. What do you do? Who you are? Tell everybody.
Well, if we're going alphabetically, actually, you should be first.
Oh my God. No, we discussed this. You are something else.
I'm just saying. All right. No. Okay. So, Jazmyn.
Yeah.
I'm Jazmyn. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I am an interior designer over at Abode Above Interiors, which is my company. And I work with clients in Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania areas. I'm a mom. I am a wife. And I am crazy. I'm a creative. So
Why do creatives have to be crazy though?
No. Creatives don't have to be. I'm
Okay.
just speaking.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So if anybody does business with you, they need to know.
Well, okay. There's different modes, right?
Okay.
So Jazmyn the designer is not crazy.
Okay.
But Jazmyn the creative may be crazy.
I love it.
You get what I mean?
There's a distinction.
Yeah, I know how to be professional.
I don't doubt that. I've seen you in action.
Yeah.
I got you. I got
All right.
you.
Well, Jamilah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an onion.
Okay.
Okay. No, there are a lot of layers to Jamilah.
Mhm.
So I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. First and foremost, I am Jamilah, your realtor, and that is my branding, Jamilah Damiani, your realtor.
Mhm.
But I'm a realtor in South Jersey. I just passed my exam to start selling in. I love it. To start, selling real estate in Pennsylvania. So I'm very excited about that. I have other goals, which we'll talk about later. But initially, I, got into the real estate profession as a realtor in 2006 to 2011. So I experienced the crazy there.
Mhm.
And it left the field. It was very unfortunate. I really didn't have the supporting household for it, but I left the field. I did corporate work. I did small brick and mortar, and then found myself coming back into real estate specifically because, the love for it never left. So I get to help people do something, super major in their lifetime.
Right.
What we do super major. We have kids, we get married,
Mhm.
we buy homes, we buy
Yeah.
vacation homes, and so I love helping people. I love helping people this way. It's something that I've always loved to do outside of it, and like outside of real estate in general, just helping people. So I'm back after we closed the business due to the pandemic. I'm back now in this, and I'm having a fabulous time.
That's awesome. And you know what's crazy? I don't know if I've ever told you my background of how I got into interior design,
No.
but COVID had a big hand in that as well.
Really?
Yeah. So my background is in law, actually. I'm not a lawyer, to be clear.
So I feel like now I'm meeting you for the first time. Let's go.
I was a paralegal for a law firm in Delaware for a number of years. And then
Okay.
COVID happened and I was a part of what is it called? The Great
Resignation.
But I didn't resign. I was released.
That sounds like the great termination.
That's a better
Okay,
word. Yes.
all right.
Yes. But that was my start in interior design. So I'm not formally trained.
Okay.
Self-taught.
But does that matter?
It doesn't. I mean, people will argue that, like, some people will be very upset that I said that, but you can, if you are willing to learn, you know what I mean? You can learn in a lot of different ways, and not everybody learns, in the same way. So formal education is for some people,
I absolutely agree with you.
I was not going back to school for that. I have a degree in criminal justice, hence.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Now I'm going to be, now you're going to be like, Jamilah, I'm meeting you for the first time.
Right.
Here's the layers.
Yeah.
I have an associate's in criminal justice.
What?
I
Look
know.
at that.
High five.
Nice to meet you.
So, but no, I think that's crazy. So, all right, the pandemic got you here. And but how did you?
It helped me arrive to where I was already going.
Okay.
Because when I was, working as a paralegal, I still was doing this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the person in my family who, helped everybody with their houses. And I was the one always trolling, stores with girlfriends and looking at stuff. And I was obsessed with it. And even younger than that, like I, played video games where all I would do was do this. So now I get paid to do the thing I've loved to do.
So you're a creative, obsessive designer troll.
I will remove troll, strike troll from the reference.
Troll. You said
I would like
troll.
to strike troll from the reference. But yes, I am all those things. Yeah,
So I want to talk about how we met.
Yes.
And
let's talk about
some people don't understand. I say it all the time. Well, first and foremost, one of my passions that I am not formally trained at, where in my past life, I'm thinking, why didn't I go to school for this? But it is what it is. Marketing and advertising.
Yeah.
And PR. I love that. Now, I took a couple PR classes, but I'm not formally trained in it. And I'm not formally trained in marketing and advertising, but I have experience in the field. And how we met was through Instagram.
Yes.
And I tell people Instagram is so real.
It's the new wave.
Okay. I don't want to say it's so real. I want people to always think that everything on Instagram is real. But you can build real relationships.
And real business.
From Instagram. Yes. And so I saw a design that you did. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is amazing. And I complimented the contractor that did it. And he immediately,
shout out to Ernest.
Yes. Immediately he shouted you out for your excellence. And so, all right, let's talk about what I saw.
Okay, please, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I don't remember which design you're
sexy
referencing.
Partition? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
And I have to say, all right, you guys. So a part of this podcast in the future, you see us, but you will be able to
get
see
visuals.
These designs, and hopefully we'll come back and throw that up so people know what it was that I saw.
Okay,
that caught my attention. And all right, so as a realtor, right, I get to see all these different homes. I love it. It's like literally having the key to New Jersey. There
you go.
And you get to go into all these homes and see the old designs, the new stuff, the trending stuff, and let's be real, 1960s and 70s and even 50s partition walls. Yeah. Holy cannoli. Now, some of these homes still have these wrought iron partition walls.
Yes. And that was what was there originally.
Girl.
Yeah.
You did the goddamn thing on that partition wall. Now, I could, from my surface level perspective, let me tell you what it was. This room was beautifully designed, and the visual, I want to believe it was like a chevron kind of lumber. I know some terms.
There you go.
Yes. Come on, boo. Like a chevron lumber. I can't tell you the kind of wood it was. Okay. It looked like oak. Okay. And it was just massive and gorgeous. And I'm like, I want a chevron wall now. And I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm such a lumber sexual. Right? And some people don't know what that means. I just love wood.
Please continue, please. Go on. What do you love about
wood? And
wood?
A construction aspect. Let's be clear.
Wood with work boots on.
Wow. Okay. It just went there. So
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom.
I'm not sorry, Mom. I'm a woman.
That's true.
So I made that comment on the
Right.
page. I said all those things. Ernest shouted, shout you out, shouted,
You
shout
got it.
out.
We got you.
And immediately I'm like, so where do you work? Jasmine, I'm sliding into your DMs. So where do you work? Tell me
Right.
all about you.
Right.
And next thing you know, I invited you onto my YouTube channel,
Yes.
and we had an instant click.
That was so weird that happened so organically.
It did.
You know, sometimes you just meet people and you're like, okay, I can see where she's just going to slide right into my life and it'd be normal.
I slid in your DMs, and now
Yes.
look at us.
Living the dream.
I'm creeping on Instagram.
Living the dream.
But which is now one of the weirdest parts is that we
Please.
showed up in the same color scheme
Please.
during the YouTube shoot.
Yes.
And now we get out of the car to get here today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, did this happen again?
Yeah.
We did not discuss this.
To be fair, though, it doesn't always happen.
No.
I think we just both of us kind of rely on like a neutral palette for when we're doing things. Like because when we went to lunch that time, we weren't matching.
First of all, we were almost matching.
No.
You had on green.
Nope.
And I did too.
Nope. I
She's
had
tearing
on
my memory down.
a blue polka dot dress and a yellow blazer. You remember what I'm talking about? Which lunch date are you thinking about?
The one we went to the diner.
Oh no, that's not the same.
See what I mean? See what I mean, Gene? So, but no, but so it's clearly we are synced
Yes.
in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But all right, I digress. Tell them what this partition was.
Okay, so essentially it was a oak. It's supposed to look laser cut, but I mean it's oak pieces that you can see through. It's stained. And it's arranged in a geometric pattern so that it creates shape and shadow, and it also allows you to see the front door and get the light from the front door. So essentially, it's actually not a partition in that it's halfway.
Mhm.
It's a partition in that you can see through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a faux wall,
I
essentially.
love it.
Yeah.
It's almost like having, like, if you were to take the sheetrock,
Mm-hmm.
like demolish the sheetrock on a wall,
Mhm.
and you would see the studs.
Yeah, but more. Just
Yeah,
add
this
more
is like
studs.
extra studs.
Right. Add more in all different shapes.
Yes.
In directions
Extra
and
studs.
everything.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to bring this visual back so
Yes.
people can see just how amazing you are. And I
You're
just
killing
don't think
me.
that they understand. That's why after this podcast, I'm trying to essentially kidnap her back to my house because
Yes.
I need opinions. And
Oh, is that what that was? Because you just said I'm kidnapping you and you didn't
I'll
say
feed
why.
you too. I'm just saying. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand your motive. This might be
It's
easier
okay.
for you.
Okay. Well, you're over here now.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so Jazmyn is absolutely phenomenal at what she does. So do not let the education fool you.
No. And
We're not
I'm
gonna
not
do that.
intimidated by that. It's
I love
hard
it.
to not be intimidated by that, but I'm not intimidated by that because I feel like 30 years ago, it wasn't really a thing, right? You were a
Mhm.
decorator, you were a designer. It's what you did. You went around, you took care of people's houses, you made them beautiful. People weren't looking for your credentials necessarily. Now it's like, oh, I am certified with the NJ do.
You
And
went there. You went there.
it's important to some people because that's how they started, but some things aren't teachable. And I feel like I have the thing that's not
So
teachable.
you have a sincere, innate talent.
I hope so. I mean, I think I do, but I mean, it's bad to say that out loud, but I think I do.
You can be humble and at the same time, come on,
I
you're
mean,
amazing.
So everybody's it's all subjective though. Everybody's gonna see the same thing and maybe not see the same thing. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna see the vision the same way. Because I've had some disappointments in that, and we can talk about that in a different podcast episode
wait
as
for you
well.
to share these disappointments.
The rejections, I've had those happen, so I'm not like I never get it wrong, but yeah.
So since we're on this, then what do you do? Right? So don't do that. What do you do? No. What do you?
Why did you add that sound?
I did that. Oh, me? I don't know. But no, seriously. So like, some interior designers, they design a whole house. They design the outside. They design or they might just do staging. What do you do?
So I do majority of the time I do interiors, meaning inside of the house, although I will venture into an outdoor kitchen or patio situation if the project calls for it. But I do no. I just know my strengths, right? I like inside. I like inside. I'm an inside girl. And I mean, I love kitchens. Those are my favorites to do. But bedrooms, bathrooms, every room, playrooms, offices,
bedrooms, bathrooms, and beyond.
And beyond to infinity. Have you seen Lightyear? We don't got to talk about it.
We don't own the rights to say that. So we're gonna. I didn't say the
whole thing. I didn't say the whole thing. I just said it. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to
Lightyear, which was really cute. I've seen it.
You didn't even give him his whole name. You just
it's called the movie. It's called Lightyear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were like on a first name or last name basis only, not Buzz Lightyear, just Lightyear.
Have you seen the movie? You haven't seen the movie. You got to take your kids. It's so cute.
They're not here.
Right. When they come back, you can take them. It's really cute. My kids loved it. Anyway, moving right along, Jamilah.
Jamilah, wow, all of the pressure is officially on me.
You've been interviewing me for the last 20 minutes.
Not been
we kind of got to flow.
You can always throw a question back at me.
I can. Okay, so why do you do what you do?
Why do I do?
Why do you do?
Wow, two different songs that just happened.
We're not always in sync.
No. So why do I do what I do? Or
what do you do? Well, we already know what you do. Right. But why do you do what you do?
Okay, so I want to address the first thing. I am a realtor. I'm not a real estate agent.
Say it with your chest. With your
chest.
With
my diaphragm. Mm-hmm. I am a realtor. Yes. I am not a realtor.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Because we're getting a little persnick. Some people pronounce things.
No, where are they getting that
differently?
From? Where are they getting that from?
They add letters where there aren't letters.
Precisely.
Vowel sounds where there aren't.
I know people who do that.
You know what they mean though.
REALTOR.
Money, steel, green. Go. They gonna say whatever they want to say. People call me a decorator. I'd be like, yeah, that's what I am. Interior decorator.
Said money, steel, green. Go. No, you're right. But I just want to listen. My 6-year-old son asked me that. He said, "Mom, are you a realtor or are you a realtor?" And I said, "Honey, I'm a realtor." Mm-hmm. And I spelled it out for him. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Okay." Now, mind you, he's reading. Am I not supposed to correct that?
No, you can. So however,
I do not correct the client. Let's be real.
Okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Perfect.
That's rude.
But it's itching your brain a little bit. You want to
maybe
correct.
So, but moving forward, I'm a realtor.
Okay.
And a part of being a realtor is kind of like going that extra step, and you have to take a course and pass the course, and it's about ethics and standards, and that's the difference. You could just be a real estate agent. There's no issues with that, but when you're a realtor, you're held to a national set of standards, and it's really important. So it kind of puts the real in real estate. That was just so
this
superhero
that we just did, by the way. Go ahead.
I can help clients buy, sell, lease real estate, residential, commercial. We haven't quite gotten to, the outer hemisphere yet, but we're close with the metaverse. That is, woohoo. That's on its way. Yep. Call them again. So, if someone calls me and they're interested in purchasing a home, I am helping them from point A to point B, helping them to get there. Home ownership is the goal. Yeah. Same thing when someone is looking to sell a home, I take them from point A to point B so we can have a successful transaction.
Right.
Realtors work on commission. Right. We do not get paid unless we achieve the goal.
Right.
So, I mean, to some extent, it can be very stressful. To some extent, it can be very invigorating. It can be fun. It's all of the things for me.
Right.
Because interestingly enough, when I think about all of the jobs that I've had in the past, the longest thing I have done is be a mom, B, be a vocalist.
Hello, you better sing. Give us a tune.
And that's like 10 to 12 years right there. I've been a mom for over 20 years.
We will
now.
Revisit that.
We will revisit that.
We will.
So I've been a mom for over 20 years. I've been a vocalist for 10 to 12 years. And, you know, real estate, the first go around was 5 years, and now I'm back. So I'm in year 6. But for everything that I've ever done, I am not well designed. I wasn't created to do corporate work.
Right.
Like, I love the hustle.
Right.
I love not knowing how I'm going to eat next month.
That is unique.
It really?
To like it? Yeah. It's a little weird.
That's the stressful part. But, you know, if you work smart.
Yeah.
And if you work smart and you budget your money correctly.
Right.
You know, your money can run you 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And when you're smart with the money that you earn, you know, it helps you to be a better business person.
Well, drag me.
You know, I'll drag you with me. I'll drag you with me. Just drag me.
I understand. I completely agree. And that's something that we will definitely talk about in this podcast too, because I feel like we're coming from, you're commission based. I don't take like a photo until I've been paid first. And that is very hard line for me.
That is very hard line because you don't want to be taken advantage of.
Exactly. And a lot of the time, I don't know if this part made it into this part of the segment, but I consider myself to be more of a creative person. Artists don't work until they have been commissioned to work. You know what I mean? So
I'm trying to follow that. I'm on the struggle bus a little, but
it's fine. Okay. So when you are giving someone a product, you have to be like, there has to be a jump start to know that they're serious, right? And I mean, not every designer does it this way, but I choose to because there is a level of business. You're serious about my time. You're serious about my product, what I'm giving you, the time I'm taking to make it for you, and you're confident enough in what I can produce that you're willing to pay me up front for that level of service.
Boss.
And I mean, it's different. And this is why I say we're in different industries. She keeps claiming that we're both in real estate. And I believe that I'm more in the creative space. I'm not in real estate. I work with real estate because, you know, it's homes.
What do you design?
I could design anything.
No. Let's not play that game. What do you design?
I design spaces.
Oh my word.
I could design a commercial space. That's not a home. I can design a museum space.
Is this happening?
A restaurant.
Okay, listen.
You know what I mean? A chicken coop, a farm house.
That's not a house. Not going to make your point right now.
I'm just saying it doesn't have to be a home. Just because I, you know, specialize in residential doesn't mean that's all that it is.
But can you admit that you're still in a certain segment of real estate?
No.
Oh my word. So we are not going to agree on this.
No, we're not. And it's fine. It's so fine.
It's fine. So, all right. So moving forward.
Yes.
I want to know, what kind of goals do you have in the future with your non-committal in real estate field career design?
The dragon continues. What kind of goals? You know, I should have these ready. But to be quite honest, because I work for and with myself, they're very selfish goals.
That's okay.
I don't endeavor to expand to have a team. I know a lot of people have design firms that have like big teams or even small teams. I'm very comfortable working with myself. And so my goals are to continue to do this thing that I love and be proud of the things that I produce for my clients, while also allowing myself to afford the life that really interior design has allowed me to just create the life that I want.
I love it.
Outside of work.
I love it.
You know?
Yeah.
So I have 2 kids, 5-year-old and a soon to be 3-year-old. They're insane. 2 boys. I'm a boy mom. And that is my fascination. If you are on my personal Instagram, it is an official Gideon and Solomon fan account. There's no pictures of myself.
They need their separate Instagram.
I'm not doing it.
My son has a separate Instagram
That's fine.
because he's an artist. And
They will be on my Instagram.
I put his artwork on his page.
I'm not giving my kids an Instagram.
That sounds so Kris Jenner, doesn't it?
No, I mean, it's a personal choice. My kids have email addresses, but they're not. Why do they need their own social media?
Now you took it to another level. Why do they have email addresses?
Because in 15 years, when it's needed for them to have email addresses, they will have them.
I don't know.
And
if you guys can see my face right now.
Also, this is something that somebody told me to do when I was pregnant with my oldest. Sorry. Create an email address and send them letters throughout their life. And then when they turn 18, you give them the password. And they have the whole...
Aww.
Isn't that so beautiful?
Aww.
Now, have I been keeping up with it?
Yeah, they just have email addresses, basically. I'm glad you did that to yourself. But I do love that.
But that's why I did it. Is so that I can, do that and the memories and all of that.
You know what, though? I thought you were going to tell me something like...
And also for business purposes.
Okay.
No, when they get older, old enough, they have their own email.
You know that's going to change, right?
It might.
Okay. All right. Well, we're thinking way ahead.
I am a forward.
Girlfriend.
I'm a forward thinker when it comes to that.
Clearly. But I thought you were going to tell me something like the school needed to have different email addresses for the Chromebooks. That I thought, but I love.
I'm not there yet.
I love what you said. I think it's interesting. I think it's unique. It's definitely not basic. So I like that. I wouldn't personally do it because my kid has an Instagram.
I mean, he's got some kind of track of he can look back.
Yeah. But all right. So my goals, since you asked,
I did. You didn't let me get there. I just want to be fair.
Since you asked,
can we do that?
Sure,
There's a pause.
Sure. You can ask me.
Jamilah,
yes.
What goals do you have for your own business? What do you think?
Girl. Yeah. Okay. I am in legacy mode.
Hello.
I don't think you understand.
Buzzword.
Now, where am I talking from again? Is it my diaphragm now? All right. I am in building a legacy mode.
Okay.
I've been through so much in my life that, again, Jamilah the Onion, this is not something that I can dissect in one show. You'll get some layers. But I'm ready. I am ready. Not only am I ready, I am on it. I am willing. I am super able. I've been given the gifts. I have all the things. I am not trying to go Kanye here, but I'm not calling myself a genius. Good.
I didn't get Kanye.
Because I'm not on genius status.
Right.
What I am right now is on driven, motivated, confident status.
I hear you.
And there are things that I want for my family, especially my children, to have beyond my years.
There you go.
So our immediate goal right now, and I was just speaking on it today, is I want to secure a property in Italy, and my children have heritage in Italy. So securing that property for them and being able to spend, a good portion of the time there,
right,
in Italy, and then whatever time we're not there, that property is monetized.
Right. There you go.
Same deal. When we come back home, if we're not in our home, I want to be monetizing my home.
Hello.
Right?
Yeah.
But eventually I want to sell my home and I want to move closer, possibly to their grandparents, which are in upstate New York. And that's where a lot of my husband's family is. And if we do upstate New York, I want a home in the Finger Lakes. Because again, let's go. If I can spend a quarter of my time in Italy, a quarter of my time in the Finger Lakes.
Count it. Okay.
I want to monetize the rest, but I got one more.
Yeah.
After the Finger Lakes, I want to purchase a home in the UK. Why? Because I was born there and I can.
Oh.
And that's an opportunity.
So we can talk about that.
Oh, honey. Yes. We have so much to talk about. Now, that's an opportunity that a lot of people may not be afforded.
Right.
So why I'm at this point in my life, I'm not trying to squander my opportunities. The pandemic, the lockdown has shown me in so many ways, and we all felt it differently.
Yeah.
But we're waking up every day, sometimes taking it for granted.
Still.
We've seen so much death in the last 2 years that it was almost like death escalated in our faces. And it was just so abrupt. And I'm at this point where it's like, you know what? I'm going for it. I have no choice. This is what I'm doing. This is all I have. I'm going to be as good at this as I possibly can. And all of these things that I want to put in place, they're all for reasons. Every single home has my kids' heritage and lineage in mind.
Mm-hmm.
It has them in mind when it comes to what am I leaving behind, financially. And I want them to be able to have choices.
Right.
If you could have the choice to go boop, 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 boop around the globe, would you take it?
Hey, and that's what I feel like all entrepreneurs really are working for, right? Is to be able to give our kids or ourselves a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I could work today or I don't.
Or don't.
I don't work
and
today.
I can live here.
I can live here.
Or not.
So the UK thing is specifically impressive and interesting to me because my husband and our family lived in the UK for 2 years and I'm obsessed.
You told me that. And that's why I'm like, this is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to happen.
Because we're here.
It's going to happen.
And so that's our retirement plan.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's my
Do
husband
tell.
and I. Well, we're leaving, y'all. You know what I mean?
But not too soon because you got to build your business. Come on.
No. We're going to build legacy and all of that here and do all that. But when it's time to relax, like long-term relax, that's where I'm be.
Okay.
Over there.
She said, that's where I'm be.
That's where I'm be.
Not I'm a be.
You know what I meant, girl.
No, but that's where I'm be.
That's where I'm gonna be.
Speak with your diaphragm.
Exactly. Because my grandma came out just a second. Yes, that's where I'm gonna be.
But I want to say that. So I know if people are listening, and I want to make very clear that, as an entrepreneur, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you have to set goals for yourself.
Right.
Or else I don't even know what you're doing at this point. Like you're just making money to survive, to live every single day. But I am a goal setter. I wake up every morning with goals. I can't help it. It's a thing for me. And it's gotten to the point where my husband calls me a goal digger.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
And I'm accepting that.
And you know what? I think this is where the two contrasting approaches come, because y'all heard me say I don't have very many goals, right? My goal is to enjoy my life, my kids, because I know it's short, right? We coming from the same approach with that. You know what I mean? Lost a lot of folks to COVID, saw that happening, and it's too much, right? Now it's like the distance between where we're going to end up and where we are is so small for me. For me, it's very small. I look at like the time I have with my boys before I'm out of here. Yeah. It's so small.
It is.
That even as passionate as I am about design and this thing that I love, and I love it. Every aspect of it, even the things that get on my nerves, I love. There is something so deep for me about bringing all the experience out of being their mom and being with my husband as well, living that life. That the goal is that for me. I understand, like, and the legacy for me is them remembering and knowing that they had all of that growing up. That I took myself out of what I thought was a good enough life, right? Law firm, making pretty good money, doing that, coming home, seeing my kids for 3 hours before they got to go to sleep. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was good enough because that was all I knew, right? COVID happened, boom. This is a different experience, time to, change some things around. And so legacy in that value of having a foundation of a mom who prioritizes that experience for them that's what I'm doing. That's my goal. And this is fine. Both of us valid, right? There's no tension here because I feel like the end of it is we're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
We're trying to do the same thing. But I know that there's a lot of people who are lazypreneurs. And I will be the voice of the lazypreneur.
I'm not
saying
before.
I'm lazy. I'm just saying I understand.
You understand. You're a hot girl. You're a hot mess. So, all right.
I understand.
All right. I think we've given the listeners and the viewers something a little bit more, about us. Like y'all know us at this point.
Yes.
You know the first layer. You know the first layer. Because I'm sure there's more layers in you.
You're going to have to work.
I like a good challenge. Okay.
You're gonna have to work.
I'm going to work. I'm going to work at that.
But the first time. Just saying.
All right. That is fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair. So as we move forward in this, in our podcast, our visual podcast,
Yes.
What can our listeners expect?
I think they're going to expect more of this, but they're going to expect content that's, interesting. They're going to get insider knowledge from both of our different industries in the same industry. They're going to get, updates from us of what's going on, how we're moving our businesses forward. You know what I mean? How we're growing professionally, but also personally, and in this very chaotic industry called real estate.
Definitely. And it is chaotic. I want to try to keep it as transparent,
yes,
and real,
yes,
as possible. And I'm not really trying to play on words.
You keep doing it.
I can't help it. I can't help it. But I want to be as real as possible, because there's a level of, when you put stuff out in the media, some things are really curated.
Right. This is not. I don't know
curated.
if it's. Is it apparent at this point? I feel like it should be. That it's not curated.
This is not curated. We know somewhat what we're going to discuss, but we're in the field every day,
right?
Doing the things.
You was just working today. I was just working today.
Experiencing the things.
Yes,
exactly. And so we're going to talk a lot about the things.
Yes,
and I can't wait to bring visuals together. Like visuals for you guys, so you can see absolutely how amazing Jazmyn is. And I have to let you know, I got an exclusive package working with Jazmyn because
we vibe like that.
We vibe like that. Yeah. But when I work with professionals, I like to be able to vibe with them. I like to have a relationship with them, and I will never send my clients to professionals that I can't vouch for.
Right.
So we got a future ahead of us.
Hey,
we got a good future ahead of us.
There you go.
And, so we'll be bringing them visuals from us being in the field.
Right.
And we'll be bringing them, maybe some special guest every now and then.
That's the plan, Stan.
Yeah, that's the plan. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot here that you guys want to tune in on. You might learn something. You might get some tips and some tricks.
Hopefully. At the very least, you'll get a laugh or two.
You might learn that word, lazypreneur. That was new. Did you just make that up?
Made that up.
I gotta look and see if there's a hashtag for that.
There probably is, because it's a thing.
Yeah,
I follow a lot of them on Instagram.
Okay, so now it's like right here in your head. Lazypreneur.
Everybody is not on the Peloton at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Trying to bang it out. Some of us are getting up at 9:30 and answering emails and then laying back down.
And there's the difference between you and I. I am up at 5:15 every morning.
See, the devil. That's the devil's time.
Trying not to send text messages to clients. I'm not even joking, because I'm fresh.
I mean, so you obviously see we're going to get two different perspectives here,
which is awesome.
If I'm up at 5, I'm mad. If I'm up at 5 o'clock, I am pissed at everybody.
You a mess.
Something has happened.
That's ridiculous. So, all right. I think that's a wrap for our first
that's good
one.
Enough, yes.
And I cannot wait to come back and do this again. And I think it's going to be amazing.
It is. It has no choice but to be.
Yeah.
Look at who we are. See, I'm coming with all of the confidence.
Now you got it.
You know what I mean? We're going to speak life into this thing.
From the diaphragm. All right, you guys. We're going to say goodbye for now. We'll see you next time. All right.
That was fun.